Sunday, it's 6 p.m. It's the Sunday Swinger Show. Let's get into it. So how are you all doing, and welcome back to Sunday Swinger Show. This is episode number 13. We're here every week on YouTube. So for anybody new, everything on the right hand side of your screen is going to be covered here on YouTube. As we move down into the gold area, that's going to be covered on our members dashboards. So let's kind of run through what we're going to go through. So firstly, trade recap. We're going to run over the trades that we mapped out here last week. Then we're going to chart your assets. So I got a couple of recommendations over on X. Then we're going to move on to Alt of the Week, which I'll be covering today as Mr. R is delayed and is waiting on a flight. And then we're going to be on to win a membership for Pro Traders Lounge. So we're going to be announcing the winner last week's competition, and we're also going to have another competition this week again. Slightly different, but we're still going to have another competition this week. So look, let's jump straight into it then. So what we covered last week, Popcat. Let's run through where we went for this the last couple of weeks. The first trade we got on this was here, up to here, with a 90% move to the upside. We then got that drop down where we took our second position. Got to move up, multiple take profits along the way, and that was another 90% move to the upside. And now it's come the whole way back down. So we didn't quite reach our target, but that's what take profits are for. So we take our profits in multiple areas on the way up, so as we're not getting into a position and holding it the whole way, just in case it doesn't meet target. Okay, so 2-3 take profits in the bag there, 90% move, 90% moves. And now we're after coming the whole way back down. So this is kind of a vital area now, in my opinion, for Popcat at the minute. So we have two scenarios. One is that we spend a little bit of time here, sweep those local lows, and then start to make our way on up. That would be scenario one. I think the emphasis on making a little bit sideways and sweep back up. It's only when we reclaim that 1529 level that I would look to get involved. So that for me would be a long position there. Not with a stop loss that far away, but yeah. Anyway, that will be a long for me there, and I will be aiming again for the high of that range. In terms of percentage, what would you be looking at there? So again, roughly a 90% move. So just in case, just say we don't get that and it starts to break down, we get a breakdown across all markets as we have last week, given this big pullback. So what if the stock market begins to or continues to crash? You know, your next level of support here on Popcat is down at 11 cent to 10 cent region. You know, right down at the low there. Or alternatively to come down and take out that 7 cent low. Okay, so it really depends on what the stock market is doing. I would proceed with caution on your paper trading accounts whilst trading any altcoin this week. But as I said, you know, reaction-based trades only. Wait for this to go sideways a little bit, lose the low, holding against the higher low, reclaim at a 15 cent region, and then you're looking for a move up. Or if it crashes down, you're looking for that 10 to 11 cent region as the first area of support. So moving on from that, we have CRO, which is the following coin that we covered. CRO, and got that big move up on CRO last week. Nice move up into the highs. That in total from the low was a 65% move. So again, it pays to watch here at Pro Traders Lounge Sunday Swingers. Yeah, we got the move up. I was looking for a sweep of those lows or a sweep of those highs for a failed auction or a swing failure pattern, but we didn't get it. So price is after coming back. That's grand. With this one, let's break it down and see what we're looking at. Okay, so what's that being in time? I still like these big levels that we have below here. That's up into a nice, the 382 425 region is a really nice place, you know, for continuation of a trend. So we're headed down the way, back up into that 382 425. Is this continuation for a further move down? Because it looks like it for now. See where we are with pivots. We've tapped the quarterly pivots. back within the previous range. Back within the previous range. I'm going to just start from scratch with this one. Let's get it done fairly quick. Straight away back here will be the first area I would look for a reaction. It's down into our 786 region, I would imagine. 786 region. So that would be the first place I would look. And that will be roughly midweek. So we'll be to come down here, or it can come down to that level, but it'll be maybe sideways for a few days. But yeah, down here into that region was where I would look for CRO. If it breaks down from there, then we'll look down to our levels below. So you're looking down to your, you know, you do have another layer of support here, in fairness. Another layer of support here, but it's been tested a lot into this region. But if she starts to drop, then it's down to that 5 cent high volume node. You see, she's holding here for a very, very long time now. Is it going to hold again? That we'll have to wait and see. So for higher low, you're looking in around that 7 cent, 776, 72. Down for that lower region for that 72.24. That's again a touch of that value area low that we have here. And if we lose that down into that big high volume node at 5 cent, that is CRO covered. Boom, boom, boom. XRP. So XRP is still cooking. I don't have any more to add to this. For me personally, I'm looking at it as a swing trading perspective, not for intraday so much on this one. I've got the longs from the lows, got the shorts from the highs at the time, and now I'm happy to leave them run. The next place I will look for a trade down here is the low of this range, which is coming in around 160. If we do, for some reason, start to push on up from here, so if we do like get a swing of these lows and start to head up for here, this is the next area I will look for XRP. That's coming in at around €3 or $3. If we start to break down from there, well, then that's a different story altogether. We do have quarterly pivots to the upside. I do like that. Let me have a quick look. Let's not rush too ahead of it too quickly. We're not holding the range low here. No, I stick to my guns with this reaction zone down here. If that doesn't hold, well, this could get messy for XRP. There is the possibility of a swing failure of this low, but I would like to see that whole wick filled at least here, you know. So there is a little bit of a zone here coming down, taking out this low or this wick, or filling the wick, but ideally heading on down there for XRP. That could be a really nice intra-week trade, intra-month trade even at that, if she holds, and to head on up for the high of that range. Could be again a possible 90% move. It really depends what happens on the stock market. All of this that I'm saying today really depends on what's going on the stock market. You know, don't be just because these levels are lining up and they come into a reaction zone. A reaction zone is here's how they work. Here's the reaction zone that I give. If it heads into my reaction zone, I'm looking for a trade based on what? The reaction. If it breaks down through it and I don't get anything but a reclaim, then it's on that reclaim I'll look for a trade. Or alternatively, if a reaction zone fails, so if we have a reaction zone and let's say price just plummets through it, it's only on a back test would I look to counter trade that then. So they're a really nice SR zone in total, but Anyway, that's neither here or fucking there. Yeah, that's the zone I'm looking for. Farcoin was the next one that we covered last week. Played out really, really nice. So here's where we were last Sunday. So we're looking for a move up, heading up into that golden pocket region. We got the initial move of 17%. So if anybody got into that, really nice move. It then came down, sweep of the lows, and then a reclaim of the channel. Now, it was for this coin, which is fairly easy to trade. It was a little bit tricky here for anyone who was new to trading. But on that reclaim of the channel, up into that golden pocket, a 33% move, which is beautiful. And that's where we were looking to change gears. Inside in the lounge, on a lounge session, we done a whole live trading session up here where we took price down here. It eventually came up, took out our short positions where most of the team were going short then again. And where did it land? Into the reaction zone that we mapped out on last week's Sunday Swingers with a total bounce of 49%. Now, this week I'm going to keep Farcoin for our members only. If you do want to see the analysis that I done on Farcoin, which was done last night, it was about an hour and a half of a stream just on this coin. Come over to protraderslounge.com. Now, I do know at the minute that there are coupons for €99 for your first month. So €99 for your first month. If you're interested in that, leave a comment below or reach out to us on X. But I won't be sharing the next couple of swing trades that I have for Farcoin here on the public this week. So now that we've given you an updated trade on CRO, an updated trade on Popcat, updating where we're looking at on XRP, now I want to go over to an asset that I'm calling alt of the week this week. It was recommended by somebody on X a couple of days ago, and I done a little bit of a session. So the analysis is already done. So we're not going to have to sit there and do the analysis, but the levels are important, and we're going to have a look at that now. And that's called SUY coin. It's on Coinbase. SUY, SUY. Okay. So I started doing the analysis on this last week, and it's very interesting. You know, we've put in a nice range, failed auction above the high of the range. Now we're making our way back down. We have the point of control and the value area high with a naked point of control sitting below price. Okay, so if price keeps on coming down, this is the area I'm going to be looking to get interested in. If it holds, you know, you're talking 175% move to the upside. Now, we've got a really nice fractal here in confluence with what we're looking at. Really, really nice fractal. So if it comes down into that area and price keeps chopping down as it is, so that's, you know, that we keep coming down here. You know, that we don't start to take a low and make our way up. If we keep on heading down here, this fractal could play really nicely into what we're looking for. So layering it over price, it brings us down into our zone, okay? So that's, if price keeps falling down, that reaction zone will be really, really nice. Let's take all of that away for now. So what will I look for locally? Locally, if we come down and take this low, it'll be somewhere where I look for a swing failure pattern. It's an area to look for a swing failure pattern without a doubt. So in here, come down and take out that low, and we potentially have a TR pocket there as well. If we put on our TR pocket, will that line up with what we were just looking at? It will. That will bring us down into our zone anyway. So if we come down and take that low, you can take it aggressively down on the point of control in our overall reaction zone to the downside, which is here, or you can wait for price to get back above, and that's taking your trade here. One more aggressive, one more conservative. And where's the main target for this? Well, it's up into this area here. I think we've got some quarterly pivots. We've got a few other bits and pieces up here. Nice naked point of control sitting up here. So a really nice zone to aim for up here at the highs. So if it comes down and takes that low and heads up for the highs, like, you have a really nice internal trade here of about 65%. So this one, I think, can be a really, really nice trade for us. Just all you have to do is wait for confirmation. So either down into our reaction zone at the low and aiming, then taking multiple profits along the way, but aiming up to those quarterly pivots. I would leave some of it run then for the value area high, which is 170% from now. If we don't, so I have to give the other side of it. If we don't get a reaction down here and we don't get nothing holds, stock market is dumping the whole lot, well, then these reaction zones are better for flipping short. You know, don't just, you have to build everything into context here. If the market's in hold, the stock markets, everything is dumping, you're not going to be looking for any of these trades that I've been talking about today. You're going to wait for the stock market to to start to steady out, stabilize, and then you're going to be looking for those positions. But if you see the stock market plowing down, forget about it with all of these areas. But still, we have to treat it as traders that these are the zones, and we have to react in these zones when price gets there and build context into it. So that's my altcoin of the week covering in for Trader R. That's Farcoin. So now we've got a CRO trade, we've got a Farcoin trade, we don't have a Farcoin trade, we've got a Popcat trade, an XRP trade, and now a Farcoin trade. That's it. And now we're going to run over to, we have our winner from the competition last week. So our winner for the competition last week is CryptoMan 403. You have won a free membership, monthly membership for Pro Traders Lounge. Contact us on X and that will get sorted. Contact the Pro Traders Lounge X account, send in a message there, and that will get sorted. Yeah. Or we can contact you on YouTube, whatever. We'll talk to you on YouTube, either or, but that is it. And then if you want to win, what is this? Yeah, if you want to win a membership for Pro Traders Lounge, I've got one for you. So every week for the last few weeks is where will Bitcoin be at Wednesday at 6 p.m. That has been what we've been asking for to win the last couple of weeks. So this time I'm going to ask, where will Bitcoin be next Sunday, an hour before Sunday Swingers? So a week from now and an hour before Sunday Swingers. Where will price be? Closest to the price wins a free month at Pro Traders Lounge. Put it all down in the comment section. Let us know, and the closest wins. So that's it, guys. We're going to move on into the members dashboard now for gold indices swing trades, which is going to be a big one because we're going to look at where the stock market is going to either bottom out or where our targets are to the downside. We also have altcoin swing trades with Netso and Bitcoin swing trades, which was really nice last week. And there's some great levels that we're going to be looking for this week. So thanks for joining in. Anybody who hasn't liked the post already, please like the post, click the notification bell, and we'll see you next week. Take it easy.